Hi everybody, it's Mr. Bennett here. Want to just spend a couple of minutes going through your investigation on exponentials and growth. I'm going to start off by just looking at this basketball one. So the idea is we're going to get you to use your iPhone or iPod to go and videotape a basketball. And what you'll do there is you'll need to make sure that you place the meter ruler in a position so you can actually see that. Drop the basketball, and then you'll just record the basketball as it just bounces and drops, getting lower each time, making sure that you don't move the camera. So that's a really important part of that investigation, is not to move the camera so you get a picture. So you'll need to make sure you've got the ground and the top part of the basketball in view of that in the camera view the whole time. Then we're going to go into obviously using video point analysis, and I'll take you through that in class to make sure that you all know how to do that. Again, you can use that technology to probably export that into Excel and fill out that table, and once you've done that, then there's a couple of questions to answer there. So one being half its original height. So if we started at say 10 meters, half its original height would be say 5 meters, and then 10% of its original height would be say 1 meter. So idea is to use your model and put that into the model and find out what the value is. Alright, the second question looks at the population growth of Australia. Alright, so you've got some data there, and obviously if we're starting to look at the population in 2011, alright, so you've got that information there. We'll have to extrapolate this particular data there. So the one that you'll need to be plotting will be this column here versus the time, and the time you'll need to start from let's say 2000 has been say 0, 2001 being 1, and so on. Alright, so that's what you'll need to do there. Again, come up with a model, and then you've got some questions to answer. Now at the end of the assignment, there's some information about the Australian modelling. The key thing there is obviously the population changes due to the number of births, but also the number of deaths, and also immigration into Australia. So opportunity for you to talk about stuff in a bit of detail there, and looking at population modelling and predicting, keeping in mind that when we're doing models, none of them are totally correct. It's just a prediction about what might happen. Alright, so then going on to looking at the next one, task C. Again, either into your calculator or onto Excel. Alright, the idea is to come up with a model for that and then answer a question. Pretty straightforward. The next one's pretty well similar to that again. Alright, so looking at your model. Population of mice. Okay, the population of the mice one, you need to actually come through and try and actually work out how many mice are going to be in here. So keeping in mind here, we've got this column which is the number of female mice and the number of mice. So if we start with 10 mice, 5 female, 5 male, right, it takes 2 weeks to produce each generation of mice. On average, a female has 20 offspring, which have equal probability being male and female. So we'll assume there that you're going to get 10 male and 10 female. With that, obviously female mice can, they can breed very young. So anyway, I'll let you have a go at trying to fill that table out and then modelling that situation. The last example here, we're going to be using our TI calculators, and we've got the data loggers. So on that particular model there, we've got some instructions of how to use that, so that would be pretty straightforward, I think. But again, you'll get all different results. So looking at that now, keeping in mind this is an investigation. Alright, so there will need to be an introduction about what you're trying to do. There also needs to be a conclusion about what you've actually found overall. Alright, so you can be talking about that. Keeping in mind the writing, the explicit instructions need to be really good. Right, so remember we talked about nominalisation of our terms. So get to the point really early in the sentence, and then expand on that throughout the sentence. So that's really important part of producing a really good investigation there, and it needs to flow, so it's really logical the way it's presented. Anyway, if there are any questions with that, make sure you catch up with me in class, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.